Like, uh, oh, these guys are wearing dresses.
Right?
I'm gonna let you tell it.
No, you're.
What happens when the funniest man in the room stops playing nice and starts dropping names? What happens when the king of raw comedy calls out the comedy kingmaker himself? And what if Hollywood's biggest laugh suddenly hides the biggest secret? This isn't just a comedy story, this is a $50 million battleground, and the punchlines came with consequences.
It's like a whole Twitter beef with this guy, Katt Williams. That Katt Williams starts saying things.
It didn't begin on stage with bright lights and applause. It began online inside the internet's favorite modern gladiator arena. Celebrity interview couches where honesty is a weapon, and the audience wants blood more than tea. On a cold January morning, everyone's phone buzzed with the same clip. Katt Williams walking into an interview like a man carrying dynamite instead of water. Eyes locked, posture unbothered, a smirk like he already knew the internet was about to have a meltdown. He wasn't sipping tea, he was boiling it, pressurized and ready to hurl. Because he came to burn bridges, expose tunnels, and take names that Hollywood spent years polishing and protecting behind velvet curtains.
And I'm like, yo, Katt, I gotta talk to you. I don't have a Twitter page.
He didn't speak, he detonated. Word by word, like grenades rolling across a marble floor. One by one, he dropped names Hollywood stores like Fragile Crystal in glass safes, Kevin Hart, Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, Tiffany Haddish icons in suits who suddenly felt very mortal. Then came the whisper moment that turned into a shout across comment threads. Did he just hint at Dave Chappelle too? And the internet leaned forward like a movie audience hearing a gun cock in the dark, because messing with comedians is one thing, but breathing in the direction of Dave Chappelle's throne? That's like tapping a sleeping lion just to see how sharp his teeth are. Hollywood hates a lot of things. But number one on the list is truth, especially truth delivered with a microphone. Confidence and zero desire to apologize later. Katt wasn't riffing or throwing shade. He dissected the industry like a surgeon with no anesthesia, revealing favoritism, invisible gates, handshake deals, and careers shaped by compliance instead of genius. It was the kind of truth that usually ends careers unless you're too talented, too raw, and too undeniable to erase. Because some voices don't bend for business. They break business models. And fans caught the subtle moments he mentioned Chappelle's power. The kind of hints that make podcasts rewind and debate for hours, like analysts breaking down playoff footage. Then came a moment rarer than a celebrity apology that isn't written by a lawyer. Dave Chappelle responded. Not loud, not messy, not petty. Quiet, sharp, and controlled, like wiping fingerprints off a chess piece before delivering checkmate.
Funny people together in one room, all wondering the same thing. Is Katt Williams gonna show up?
He didn't panic, didn't match energy, didn't join the circus. Instead, he projected that subtle Chappelle calm that says, I don't need to fight. I just need to speak once. His message landed soft but heavy. Attacking fellow black comedians isn't the legacy. In Hollywood language, that wasn't a suggestion, it was a line in the sand. Translation? Respect the throne, protect the legacy, and don't confuse shock value with supremacy. And in that instant, the internet split like Moses parting the sea, but with memes and YouTube thumbnails instead of miracles. Was Dave giving wise counsel? Dropping strategic shade? Or firing a quiet warning shot wrapped in respectability and velvet? Katt's supporters roared that he was the truth teller the industry feared, the last unfiltered voice willing to go nuclear to expose the machine. Dave's supporters countered that real legends guard culture instead of torching it. Kings don't fight in public battles, they protect the kingdom from chaos. Suddenly it wasn't just drama, it was philosophy, truth versus diplomacy, fire versus composure, guerrilla versus emperor, two comedy titans with different weapons, and the world watching like it was pay-per-view. But beneath all the noise sat one forbidden question nobody wanted to say out loud. Was Dave Chappelle quietly trying to silence Katt Williams, not with force but with prestige and influence? At the same time, whispers of $50 million deals floated across Hollywood, not gossip, but the kind of dollars that make boardrooms tense and platforms nervous. Netflix bags, Live Nation power moves, arenas booked, streaming wars raging stand-up wasn't comedy anymore, it was global currency and legacy architecture. Fans whispered online like conspirators in digital alleyways, can Hollywood support two kings at once? Because suddenly it felt like two lions realized they were pacing the same kingdom. Comedy wasn't cute anymore, it was currency. Dave Chappelle's era proved stand-up wasn't a warm-up act. It was premium, elite, and culture-defining. Tens of millions per Netflix special, global arenas, presidential quotes. Dave didn't just tell jokes, he shaped conversations and economies. Stand-up evolved from hobby to empire, and power changes everything, especially when someone like Katt arrives and refuses to bow. So when Katt went nuclear, it wasn't ego, it was economics. He wasn't chasing validation. He was challenging the financial ecosystem built around controlled voices. And Hollywood doesn't hand out 50 $50 stages to rebels unless they earn it so loudly the world has no choice but to follow. And then boom. October 2025 rolled in like a plot twist directors dream of, and headlines erupted. Katt Williams' The Golden Age Arena Tour 2026. No clubs, no theaters. Arenas. The same arenas reserved for pop gods and global icons, and suddenly the man they tried to freeze out froze them instead. He didn't announce like a comedian. He announced like a heavyweight stepping into round 12, bloody but smiling, ready to land the knockout peace punch of I told you. The tour name, The Golden Age, wasn't subtle. It was a declaration, a battle cry, a crown placed not by executives, but by the streets and the seats. The internet erupted like championships fireworks, fans cheering like they had been waiting years for this comeback crescendo. Tickets flew faster than PS5 drops. Podcasters switched tone mid-sentence like they suddenly remembered tapes exist, and Hollywood suits acted like they always believed in him. Meanwhile, Dave didn't flinch, didn't scramble, didn't throw response shots. Kings don't adjust crowns every time another one rises. They just sit higher and watch history make room. He hosted, toured internationally, and carried that effortless calm of a man who already carved his mountain and knows the higher air is lonely, but earned. So, who exposed who? Truth is, they exposed each other, not weaknesses, but weight. They didn't tear each other down. They revealed the pressure that comes with greatness and the armor that fame forces you to wear. It wasn't humiliation, it was illumination, showing that sometimes the real revelation isn't failure, it's the burden of carrying history on your shoulders. Dave exposed the responsibility of being legacy's guardian, proving that kings don't fight for attention. They defend their throne with presence, not noise. Real power isn't reacting to every spark. It's staying composed while the world watches for cracks. His calm wasn't retreat, it was mastery built over decades, proof that true dominance doesn't shout. It simply exists and commands the room without effort. Katt, on the other hand, exposed the machine, the favoritism, the quiet deals, the gate-kept table, and then built his own table, chairs, building, and ticket booth. When doors stayed closed, he created a brand new entrance and made the world line up outside it. He didn't just challenge the system, he cracked it open, proving that sometimes revolution isn't chaos. It's simply outperforming the system that doubted you. Together, they revealed a new era where comedy is no longer just talent. It's power, business, culture, rebellion, legacy, and billion-dollar leverage. Laughter isn't just entertainment anymore, it's influence, currency, and a crown to be claimed. The stage stopped being just wood and lights. It became a throne room where voices can move markets. There is no winner here because legends don't compete, they coexist, clash in philosophy and sharpen eras together. Greatness doesn't destroy greatness. It multiplies it, expanding the ceiling instead of breaking it. Katt won by betting on himself when the world bet against him, turning doubt into fuel and rising when many expected him to fade. Dave won by holding his kingdom even as the battlefield shifted, proving real dominance is consistency, not noise. And comedy won. Most of all, it evolved, became bolder and sharper, rising from club stages to global arenas. Katt didn't get canceled. The crowd crowned him. Dave didn't lose. Legacy stood firm and unshaken. Two legends, two paths, one era, and history didn't choose sides, it applauded both. And if you think this story ends here, it doesn't. This is only Act 2. The Golden Age is just beginning. And every legend today was once the uninvited guest. Until the world realized the show doesn't start until they walk in. If you love watching legends rise, if you support truth tellers, if you believe real artists deserve the spotlight, hit like, subscribe, and comment.